impetuosity. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, people of Earth. That is an intentional sick burn on aliens. You are not welcome. I really think that, anyone from off this planet should not be listening to this podcast because it gives you such insight into our human character that it might give you fodder for how to eventually become our alien overlords. And therefore, again, I cast thee out, aliens, much like one would do to demons if you were religious. But I am anti-alien. Off-planet alien, I should say. It's a very important distinction. Some examples of aliens that I specifically cast out are the alien and aliens from Alien. Also, predators, despite the fact that some would say that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but when you have aliens versus predators, no one wins. Especially that movie at the box office, I think. What other aliens do I not like? No, you know what? Let's go with the one alien that I do accept. Alf. Alien life form from the 1980s TV show Alf. He never got to eat that cat. And for that, I think he's acceptable. So welcome, Alf. And go away, all you other aliens.
Get out of here, aliens.
Welcome to Impetuosity. I'm your host, Christian Miller.
Hi. Hello. I'm Meg Peck.
Oh, easy.
Don't introduce yourself before you're introduced.
Oh, shit. I'm
God
so
damn
sorry.
it.
God damn
Jesus.
it. Bob.
It's all falling apart.
Are you secretly an alien? Wait, don't answer that because I haven't introduced yet. This is a show in which we have an interview with a special guest and follow that up with a narrative improv that is one continuous story instead of unconnected scenes, oftentimes utilizing details gleaned from the aforementioned conversation with a special guest. In order to assist me in this, then I was going to go and introduce our improvisers, but I actually have two special guests. So we're just going to jump right in.
Or you have no special guests.
Nick, you just said. Anyway, so our first special guest is Meg Peck.
Hi.
Hi, Meg.
Hi, Meg.
I jumped that gun.
And our other special guest is Nick Boyar.
Good evening, everyone.
A little behind the scenes, we did have a guest who could not make it due to illness. And so we are perhaps doing the thing that we do best. We're just going to improvise
We're
it.
just going to improvise
right.
it.
Yeah.
On the fly, baby.
We cannot be stopped.
So Nick and Meg are my colleagues in the bronze medalists, the third best improv team out of the two in Ithaca.
Correct.
We like to say.
That's right.
And so why don't we? Well, first of all, we'll pretend that you are, because you're also the improvisers, and we usually have the little banter with the improvisers first. What are your thoughts on aliens? Do they exist? Do you welcome them? Do you hope that we meet them? Do you think they're out there?
Well, I think that there's a lot of very interesting scholarly work being done right now about kind of the way that the mind, like dream phenomena, relates to physically experienced phenomena, and a lot of what is being experienced by people as alien phenomena is it's always in this hazy mystery zone where it's sort of dreamlike, but there's real physical phenomena. So I think it is one of our human beings' collective fruitful frontiers of investigation, but I think it's important not to need to put yourself into a category of I believe this or I believe that. I think it's more important to just turn toward the phenomenon because it's a lot of material and listen to it.
So that's a maybe?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely something going on here, folks.
So what you're saying is you think there's definitely something with it where we have been visited, where they're interacting and causing human phenomena.
Yeah, but I don't want to say it's literally like people in spaceships from another planet. I think we need to open up our imagination to the fact that consciousness is a big mystery. And so what is visiting us in a certain way, it's kind of like people having religious visions in a certain way. You know, people in the medieval times, Jesus and Mary really showed up and, you know, they did things and people's hands bled and there are all these records of miracles and, you know, it's stuff that happened. So it's the same type of thing. I think it's best understood as a contemporary religious form.
Okay.
Huh. Wow.
Meg?
Yeah, I think little green men are everywhere.
Oh, really? Do you think we've been visited?
Oh, for sure. I think they're living among
Flying
us.
saucers?
I totally believe in flying saucers. I think Sasquatch is probably an alien, a furry and enormous alien. I think that that what we're experiencing could be explained by a lot of things. Like it could be people visiting us from different times, like these are future humans coming back. It could be multidimensional. It doesn't need to necessarily be from outer space. It could be from other dimensions, but definitely I think that there are beings among us and visiting us regularly for sure.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm a total
and they're of all shapes and sizes. You said everything from little green men to big hairy Sasquatch and everything in between.
And there's a lot of people report sort of like a lizard-like man.
Yes. Yeah.
I think there's probably those too. There's all sorts of, and then I think that the idea of angels are probably alien, or you know, some species coming in multi-dimensional.
Or aliens are angels.
Or aliens are angels.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
So we got a pretty open view here among the panelists tonight.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think it's funny that you delineate between off-planet and on-planet. Like on-planet, you're cool. You've made it. You've assimilated. You're all right.
In my defense,
you have not touched down yet. Stay the fuck away. I think that's so funny.
In my defense, I was referring to the
contemporary political discourse
the
around
rhetoric around aliens, and like I am not saying that I'm one of those conservative douchebags that is going to go around and be like, "Oh, illegal aliens are stealing all of our jobs." Like I reject the idea of the terminology and all of that out of hand. So
I totally missed that reference. So thank you for decoding it for me.
But just for the record, yes, if you've made it here, you're great.
You're great.
Yes, you know
and this is being recorded 2 weeks before the election. When it finally gets released, we're going to have a whole bunch of information about what the rhetoric in relationship to aliens and immigrants did collectively. So this is a historical record.
And for the record, myself, I don't know that we've ever been visited. I think that, but the statistics of the like in the universe, there is other life. That's my belief. So,
all right,
just for the record. All right. Well, as
so
I
welcome,
said,
aliens.
So yes. So
I
you know
hope
what?
You're listening.
Forget everything else I said.
That's right.
I mean, that's the unfortunate thing about podcasts is that unlike radio, where there's radio signals, where there's some belief that, you know, aliens are receiving these signals or will receive them in hundreds of thousands or millions of years, like they would have to come here to tune in to listen to this. So
and this is probably why they're coming, because like finally podcasts.
Well, all the radio is becoming more limited. They're like, no, we need content. Yeah. We need something to listen to on these long journeys.
Yeah, we can't listen to this damn religious radio anymore. I want to say one thing. I just from last week, if you tuned in last week, I was the special guest last week, and they asked me what other celebrities my mom's obsessed with, and I named two: Ben Affleck and from Waterworld, Kevin Costner. The third that I came up with, of course, on the way home, Jason Statham. Do you know who that is?
Statham.
It's not. Of course, I have no.
Jason
you know who that is?
Yeah.
He was in the Meg and the Meg 2.
Oh yeah, and he was in he's in a bunch of the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah. My mom's like she'll watch anything.
He's a British action
hero
stud. You know.
All right.
The Transporter 2.
Transporter Beyond.
Hobbs and Shaw, a
Still
Fast and Furious spinoff somehow.
Yep.
No, Jason. Crank 2, possibly Crank 3, Crank 4.
Oh, you're
I don't know if there are those things, but
Jason's street
I like.
Just say the names of the movies that he's in, and I'll think it's hilarious.
One of my friends and I mean, this is just like, I don't see that many movies, but for some reason I have awareness of all these movies, and so a friend of mine and I, we have this game where it's basically, you say a star, and then the other person has to say a movie that star was in with another star, and then we just keep going back and forth until it's like, so it would be Jason Statham was in Hobbs and Shaw with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Right. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was in Code Red.
Red letter?
Red Line?
Red Line?
Red Line.
Red letter?
Red Letter with
Something like
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds was in Deadpool versus Wolverine, or Deadpool and Wolverine with Hugh Jackman.
And so on.
Right, exactly.
Anselm Kiefer, the German, contemporary German painter, was in the film Anselm, directed by Wim Wenders. He was the only person in the film. It was, a documentary.
That's a real...
Well,
Actually, there were a couple actors
killer.
playing
It's a
small
game
parts.
killer right there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I do.
Despite, I mean, the thing that this friend is very usually floored by is that, like, none of these movies I've ever seen. Up until recently, I'd never seen a Fast and Furious movie. And I only watch them now because I listen to this other podcast, which is called How Did This Get Made? Have you guys ever heard of it?
No.
Oh, is it the one where the guy does the pitch?
No. It's literally they watch these terrible movies and then talk about all the just terrible things about it, and they ask the question like, this was a major Hollywood movie, how did this get made? It's so bad.
Right.
It's got Paul Scheer and June Diane Raphael, who's his wife, and then Jason Mantzoukas, who I love. Jason Mantzoukas is great and everything. So
That's for you, Jason.
yes,
Jason, I hope you like that channel.
he's also the one that turned me on to watching Magnum PI. Like he mentioned,
That's been a big one for you recently.
it has. It's been incredible, and it really holds up.
A real bromance is brewing with you and Jason.
Yeah.
All right, well,
let's get to work.
I was worried that we wouldn't be able to
Talk to each other.
I think we could fill a lot of time.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
3 of us.
Yeah.
I do want to say I was very proud as I was driving over. The people who were not able to come tonight, one of our regular members and their spouse, was going to be the special guest, and I, in my mind, thought of there's a spouse in the house tonight. So I was going to.
You were really planning
I
your
was
improv.
happy as pie to think of that, but now we'll just have to save it for next time.
Well,
Yep.
just
They'll know it's coming though.
keep it in your pocket.
Exactly.
All right, so how do we want to do this? Does one of you want to give a number for the question?
I'll give a number
or
for the
you give
question.
Both of you could give a number, and then I could add them together and divide them by 2. And
No, you give a number.
I'll give a number for the question. She'll give a number for the place.
okay,
I'm picking up on the number 99 from Meg.
You
all right.
nailed it.
Number 99 is our question.
That's a long one.
It is a very long one. At this very moment, a health inspector is about to walk into your home. What rating would your kitchen receive?
Ooh. Like a 0 to 100 scale.
Well, so
or,
I think that
grades?
like like a lot of places like New York City and a lot of major cities, I don't know if they do it here, where they will have A, B, C, D. Actually, I don't know if you can get a D with it and still be open.
No, it's ABCF.
ABCF, okay. And then many places they have to post it in the
on
window.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
so you can
Okay.
see walking
Okay.
in. Like
Yeah.
if there's a C, you're like you're warned. Like this
Yeah.
is
You could definitely get food poisoning
Right.
there.
Yeah. With a C?
With a C.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to give myself B+. Like, we're basically neat. Also, we just moved into the house, so it's like it started off clean. We're basically very clean and rigid and orderly, and everything is in its place. But, I mean, if you were there right now, like there are probably a couple crumbs under the toaster. There's like a little gunk on the stove. There's a little gunk in the drain dish. So it doesn't come across as an A to me. So I'm going to give it the highest non-A rating and say B+. And if that's a concern for you, Gene, we'll just talk about it later.
Well, she's going to have you cleaning that kitchen every night.
I do.
Just in case someone brings it up.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay. I would say we would get a B if you went right now because, and I'm gonna justify the shit out of this, because we were away last weekend, so I didn't do my like weekly throw everything out of the fridge. So I've got some kind of oldie van moldies in the fridge right now, and that's not good because if somebody went in and tried to eat something from my fridge, they could get sick.
Well, not to get too government regulation on you, but I believe that some of the specific tests are just, is the refrigerator at the level cold enough that it wouldn't like infect, like even in those conditions things will get moldy. But I don't as far as I don't know that they're like, it's more about, is there food sitting out spoiling, is the refrigerator working right so that it is
Well, my kitchen is clean as a whistle. I keep it very clean, but the refrigerator does have some questionable items that need to be thrown away. So that's why I gave myself a B. But if you say that qualifies me for a B+ or an A, I will take it.
I mean, I don't know.
Just keep it B. I'm winning so far, and I think I could come in with the highest grade, but we'll see. We'll see what Chris comes up with.
Okay. Well, okay. We can go with. To me, I was going to do some follow-up questions, but we'll come back to those. So right now, I would also say a B. We had a party this past weekend, and we cleaned up immediately. We did
killed.
We won't say why. I won't say why.
It's his birthday.
Oh yes, thank you.
Old Man River.
And we. And when I use the royal we, Sarah's one of Sarah's regular division of labors is cleaning out the refrigerator. That's not really mopping. It's like the Swiffer wet jetting the floor, like Cloroxing the counters and everything. All that was done 2-3 days ago. And we generally wipe down. So it's like.
So why a B then?
What's the problem? we haven't.
I heard no problem.
False humility.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
you guys gave yourself B's. So.
I think that one of the things that makes me feel like our kitchen is never clean is that it is dated, and it's just like it's got old linoleum, and which you can never quite get clean enough. Like no matter how much we scrub it, it just feels a little like.
I see.
So even at its like the second after it has been cleaned, I feel it feels a little dingy in here. I don't know that it feels like sparkling clean. I would love to have like a chef's kitchen with like stainless steel countertops and things like that, and I would love a stainless steel griddle. I used to work at a carry out, a sub shop pizza place, and we had to like use the charcoal bricks to scrape down after every night, and it was like we really did clean the hell out of it every single day, the mop every night. And I feel like that would, I guess I'm comparing myself to a commercial kitchen where they would actually have to do this in order to not get
not get
dinged.
a bad grade.
Right. So I don't know that that's fair, but yeah, I guess that's why I feel that that ours isn't really up to snuff.
Well, our average was a B.
Yes.
Our average was a B. That's not terrible.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That's what we're aiming for.
And are you both regular cooks? Like, are you using the kitchen pretty often?
I am not the main cook, but I pretty much always make lunch, which is usually a big salad, and I will make dinner, I don't know, maybe like 1/5 of the time or something, usually like a soup or something, but Jean is the main dinner cook.
I am the only cook in my house. My husband knows how to make pasta and eggs. That is it. And It's one of the. We've been married 22 years on Halloween. It'll be 22 years.
Yay! Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And
which leads to more follow-up questions. So
it's it's that hill I think I'm gonna die on. This like, will you ever fucking learn to cook anything besides eggs and pasta? Yeah. It's in a constant fight, but it's like one on the rotation, you know. So yeah, I do all the cooking. I cook usually. I cook probably 5 or 6 nights a week, and then we're away for lunch.
Yeah,
so.
And so I have a number of questions now. So the fact that he makes eggs, like I also make eggs, but I do that. Like one of my primary responsibilities is breakfast. I excel at cooking breakfast. I make mean egg sandwiches. Like, is that what? Like, does he do that?
Oh my God, I know he will probably never listen to this. He makes eggs for himself.
Ooh.
Like if they're a guest or if I want eggs, he's not cooking me eggs.
Oh.
Like he makes his own eggs and then goes and eats them. If I want an egg sandwich, I make it myself.
Okay.
Yeah. And if there are people there, I make the eggs for everyone.
Okay.
Honey, happy anniversary. Here's some cooking lessons for your
lessons.
present.
I know, right? That would be the way to go.
Yeah.
And then second of all, you got married on Halloween.
Yeah.
And did you do a Halloween theme?
That was my dream, but we ended up eloping on Halloween. So we went to the Beverly Hills courthouse in our costumes. He was Evel Knievel, and I was a sexy cave woman. And yeah, they didn't even match because we didn't know we were going to elope.
What do you mean they don't match?
Well, yeah, they're perfectly suited.
It's perfect. 70s.
So we kind of decided impromptu because he had good insurance and I had no insurance, and it was back before the ACA. Like I couldn't get insurance, and so he it's a longish story, and I know we don't have time, but yes. So for insurance purposes, we eloped in because we were going to get married anyway. And so then 6 months later, we had like a more formal ceremony with our family and stuff. And some of the people there knew we were already married, and some people didn't, which is very fun. And some people still don't know that we were married before that ceremony.
And did you wear the costumes to the second ceremony?
We wore actual wedding dress and tux and everything to take along. But our 20-year anniversary was 2 years ago, and we still had our costumes and we wore them.
Oh, wow.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Very
and
nice.
do those characters sort of come up in your fantasy role play life?
All the time.
Yeah, I could imagine. I mean, just hearing it, Evel Knievel and the sexy cave woman. I'm like, hello. I want to see that movie.
Moving on. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that we should maybe call it to an end.
All right.
Let's
do a little improv.
We'll come back in a few minutes after you listen to our ad, and we will do that improv. All right. Stick around.
Edith, this pad thai has mold on it.
Oh, Fred, has the refrigerator gone kaput again?
I don't know. That's not my area of work in this house.
You're right. That is not our division of labor. I'll have to go and stick a what do they call that? A thing.
A thermometer?
A thermometer in there and check out how cold it is.
Well, in the meantime, I'm completely starving. We can't eat anything out of this moldy fridge. What do you got?
Here at General Electric, we've seen this happen time and again. So we have created a new refrigerator for the lazy adult. It's always the right temperature. It stores all of your eggs and other valuable food items at the proper temperature. I guarantee that if a health inspector happens to show up at your house, you will get an A++++. Watch as we install one in this nice couple's house.
Hey, Edith. What's going on? All of a sudden, this pad thai is looking like liquid gold.
Ah, Frank, I finally replaced that old fridge. We deserve it.
Wait, there's no mold anywhere anymore. You mean I can eat all this stuff now?
Yeah, and you won't even get sick this time. I sure do love you, hon.
Oh, honey, I love you.
General Electric, we're not that bad anymore. We kind of make good stuff. You should buy it.
Buy it.
Yeah.
Welcome back. All right. Whether you are an alien from off planet or a human from on planet. We're glad that you're joining us again. Actually, see, I guess I've changed my stance on the off-planet aliens because of our conversation. You've convinced me that it's perhaps leading to a new consciousness for all of our people.
I like that when they come to just suck your brains out. Don't blame me.
Yeah. Anyway, let's
Downer.
I know. Well, all right. So we hope you enjoyed the ad. You purchased the product that was advertised and keep our sponsorship dollars rolling in.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was for, but I'm sure they have deep pockets.
Yes, they do.
All right. So let's move on to our next segment where we are going to tell a completely improvised story that is made up on the spot based on a location that is selected from a list by one of our special guests. But before we do that, as usual, we must, because of all the new listeners that keep pouring in from here or off planet. I mean, especially, can you imagine some alien listening to this for the first time and not knowing how the sound effects work?
If we didn't introduce these same things every time, that alien could be very confused.
Exactly.
So let's tell them how it works here.
In order to aid us in our storytelling, we use sound effects to move us about in space and time. If we need to go into the past for any reason, we're finding out how something came to be, or exploring the history of anything. We use this into the past sound effect. Look, now we're in the past. And actually, I was contemplating this for some reason because I think about this way too much. When I say that we move about in space and time, this one moves us usually both in time and space, because we are moving not just back in the exact same space. We're moving into the past, and it could be anywhere. So, but we can't stay in the past forever, so we then have to get back to the present, or if we're in the present, move into the future, in which case we use this into the future sound effect. Oh, look at that. We're now back in the present moment from where we were before. Now, if we are using a jump in space and not in time, but just moving from place to place, we use this meanwhile sound effect. Whoosh, now we're over there.
We're back!
And we're back. So
It's like that Gwyneth Paltrow movie,
Sliding Doors. Yes, exactly.
Oh my God. When are you going to say
Well,
a movie
I don't
that
know.
I
Actually,
know? Come on.
You don't
Maybe
know
not.
Sliding Doors?
I'm sorry.
So actually, not really, because that's moving into a different reality.
It is. It's different
So
dimensions.
right. So it's
But it's still the same place.
it could. So I would say that meanwhile could move us into a different dimension.
It could.
because it's a different place at the same time.
No, it's we're staying in the same world the whole time. We're not going to move into another.
But see, in this movie, no spoilers, she's in the same world. It's just her reality changes. She's in a slightly different twist of her world.
Gotcha.
Yes, it all depends on whether she's blonde or brunette.
Correct.
Oh.
And it doesn't
Also-
always.
See how much I know about this movie? Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
A friend saw it, right?
Actually, full disclosure, the podcast that this podcast is based upon, they've discussed that movie several times.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I know about it.
Great.
All right. I've never seen it either. I've just seen enough, of
Right.
the, previews and coming
Right.
attractions.
Gwyneth
and stuff.
Paltrow, she's a waitress in one maybe, and
I just remember that she changes realities because she's on a subway and the door opens and closes. Sliding doors, you see.
See? And now we're over there. All right. So we need a location to inspire.
Meg's
going to
give the number for this one.
Oh, the pressure.
It's sharing our
Okay, so
guest status.
I'm feeling like
From me,
from you.
because I picked up 99 off of you.
Correct. I'm feeling more like 101
Ooh.
from you.
You know, 101 is the origin of Phoenix. X-Men 101. Phoenix.
Our
Your shared love.
So in this case, in the sliding doors or movie realm, Meg and I have a connection, and in the comic book realm, we leave Meg in the dust, and
That's
Meg
right.
and I
Sure
have
do.
a connection. So
See,
now
I
we have to figure out what's your connection that you know about that I don't know about.
We're both guests.
That's-
Oh,
guest
you're,
stars.
you're much more important than I am. Okay. So Our location for this improv is Burmese therapist office.
Burmese therapist office.
Burmese therapist office. We take you now to a Burmese therapist office. So, I think that you are having some feelings about moving here to Burma and taking on a German therapist.
Oh, you think that's funny, do you, Bob?
Sorry, darling, but I was just reading the latest news on my Apple Watch. I'm sorry. I'm committed to this couples therapy, but I mean, it's really funny. So sorry.
What was in the news that was so funny?
Oh, they were just talking about these gigantic pork rinds.
Oh, that sounds
So,
hilarious.
Bob, I think that you are perhaps focusing on the wrong things. You are focusing on the pork rinds instead of the connection with your wife.
I completely agree. That's why I'm here in couples therapy with my beloved wife, Jennifer.
Oh my! Did you see that? He almost forgot my name.
It was very, very, very evident, my friend Bob. I don't think that you are quite as invested in this relationship as Jennifer is.
No, I know my wife's name. It was just that I got an alert about the extremely large
Pork
sour
rinds.
cream and onion potato chips that they've been making.
He is obsessed with that Apple Watch and even more obsessed with snacks.
That is very evident. I think that perhaps this is for something that you should explore as a couple.
Man, just laying out in the sun all day and picking up the rays. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, bro. I love it out here in the sunshine.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I just kind of feel like, I don't know, what's it all about?
I mean, do you ever start thinking that, like, maybe there aren't aliens, it's just beings coming from an alternate dimension?
What do you mean, Gare?
I mean, like, like, human beings couldn't come up with a giant pork rind. It would have to be an extraordinary being from an alternate universe.
Gary, why couldn't we come up with a big pork rind? I mean, we came up with like a regular one.
But no, you're not getting my point. I'm just saying that, like, it seems like some of our advancements are beyond our small monkey brains.
Honey, I really want to apologize for how distracted I was in couples therapy today.
We came all the way to Burma to go to this German therapist who was recommended to us.
Yeah, I mean, I completely read Dr. Heimlich's material, and I think he's really going to be the one who's going to help us finally bridge our gap.
What do you think would help? Like, do you think we need to maybe leave your Apple Watch behind next time? I mean,
Well, I see that you have finally gotten to the crux of the argument here. And thank you very much for inviting me into your home to observe exactly what is happening between you two.
Dr. Heimlich, we did not invite you to come into our house.
Well, by signing the contract, you said you will take any advice that I have and any place that I can go to observe to give you this advice.
you came all the way to Long Island to observe us?
Yes, the lease on my therapist office in Burma was running out, and I really figured I needed a place to stay. So
he's right, honey. It says right here in section 38 that he actually, as long as we're his clients, he can actually come to any place that we are. This is really inconvenient.
It's really in the contract?
It's really in the contract.
So please pretend that I'm not even here. Go about your life at your daily pace, and I will give you the advice when I see fit.
Yeah, I'm just starting to feel, Gare, like, I don't know, maybe we should get jobs or something.
Ugh. Who are you, man?
We've been sitting on this beach here in Burma for, I don't know, years, dude.
I know, my feet are just black with tar.
Yeah, mine too.
What?
I just...
Hello, humans. I am from the planet Quarg. You might think that I am a Sasquatch from your legends, but I am actually an alien. Will you take me into your home?
Whoa.
Are you seeing this, dude?
Totally. This is not Sunstroke. This is a real alien here.
Man, he must be super hot on this beach with all that fur.
It is very uncomfortable. I do not like it at all. May I come underneath of your umbrella?
Gare, what were you saying about it? Like, not necessarily being off-world, but maybe, like, in another dimension or something?
Yeah, I mean, you seem like you just came right up from the sand.
I am from the sand dimension.
You can share our umbrella, bro.
All right.
Pull up some beach, man. I want to hear about your world.
You must help me find my native food. I lost when my dimensional portal closed. My giant pork rind fell out in mid transport, and now I must find it to survive.
I told you.
Do you like Corona? Dr. Heimlich, I really need your help. That's why I asked you here into the kitchen. Well, Jennifer is sleeping.
Well, yes, I am at your service at all the times. I must be serving you.
Well, it's my Apple Watch again. I'm finding that I'm constantly distracted during our sexual congress by the Apple Watch. And it's really becoming... Or I shouldn't say it's becoming. It has been and continues to be a real problem in our marriage.
Yeah. I noticed that myself as I was watching you. I've installed several cameras because I must I must observe you at all times to see. And I was going to bring this up.
Yeah,
Bob.
But I mean, things were really getting quite passionate, and then this alert came in about an extremely large Dorito that they've just developed. I'm on all of the large snack listservs and notifications.
Yeah, it's part of your psychology, Bob. Your large snacks are very much your weakness.
I don't know why I'm so interested in large snacks.
Well, maybe there's a reason for that.
What should we call you, interdimensional furry beast, bro?
Well, I'm from the planet Quarg, or Dimension Quarg, as you might call it. So why don't you just call me Stave?
Stave.
Yes, I like the word stave. Like off of a barrel.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Steve, and this is my friend Gary.
Steve and Gary.
Stave.
If you say it in the right way, it's hard to tell if you're talking about him or me.
Oh, bro, how are we going to tell them apart?
I don't know. And we could get really confused with this.
Stave. You're right, they sound exactly the same, bro.
No, but seriously, Stave, I wanted to let you know, we've been lying here on this beach for a long time, but we happen to know that just over in Hong Kong, they are about to have the annual World Expo of Large Snacks.
This is definitely where they will have taken my large pork rind.
I was thinking this is definitely where they might have taken your large pork rind.
Well, we must go to this Hong Kong, as you call it, and retrieve it, for it is the only food that I can eat. Otherwise, I will waste away to nothing but a small bag of hair.
Well, do you want another Corona?
Yes.
Oh, gosh, I needed that nap. It's been so stressful having Dr. Heimlich here.
Honey, I'm really sorry about how I just started reading about the big Dorito when we were making love last night.
What?
Wait a minute. What?
What? I'm
Wait,
sorry.
what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I got distracted. Have been so into your Apple Watch. I thought I would get one too. And oh my, what a world of snack food there is out there, honey. I totally get it now.
Wait a minute. Let me see. You're on the small snack food list serves.
Well, of course. I like things bite-sized. You know that, hon.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, now we are making the progress.
Whoa, man, this airport line is long, Steve. Do you think you could just, I don't know, like scare all these people away so we could get in first class?
That seems like it would be counterproductive since you put me in this very large trench coat so I wouldn't scare all of the other humans.
Yeah, bro, we had to cover your giant junk.
Yeah, Steve, here on Earth, we like keep it under wraps, yeah?
Yeah, bro. Sorry. I mean, but you look good in that.
I just figured it was because you would think that a large, hairy, Sasquatch-looking thing might, like, scare all of the people and bring in some sort of federal agencies, and that's why you're like, hey, put this trench coat and this fedora and maybe this, like, Hulk mask on.
Nah, bro.
Dude, that is so smart. That is a great idea.
Well, you told me to do it, so
I know,
thank
man.
you.
I don't even remember that.
We totally did.
Oh shit! I totally forgot that part.
Is there
Man.
why is it that when I drink 18 Coronas, I'm fine, but you guys seem to be losing some memories and things? Is there something to do with humans and alcohol?
Scan your tickets, please. Please go on board, Gary. Welcome.
Thanks, man.
Scan your tickets, please. Welcome, Steve.
Did you say stave?
No, please scan
Oh,
your. Please
sorry.
scan your.
Here's my ticket.
Welcome, Stave.
Steve.
That's me.
Stave. Here's my number if you ever happen to be passing through Thailand again.
I will absolutely call you up.
Dr. Heimlich, I'm really sorry to ask you to meet with me privately in the kitchen again, but I'm just feeling like I'm constantly distracted during lovemaking by comparing my wife's small snack food announcements with my large snack food announcements.
Yeah, now we are getting to the crux of the matter, isn't it? It was not whether or not you should be distracted, but what happens when you're both distracted by different things? Has that made you think of anything, Bob?
Well, it's actually made me think that maybe what we need to do is we need to go to the large and small snack food convention
In Hong Kong?
In
Yes.
Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah,
Did
yeah,
I
yeah.
hear about the small snack food convention in Hong Kong? Are my ears burning?
Sorry,
Honey,
Bob, but
what are you doing here in the kitchen while I'm meeting with
Bob,
Mr.
I
Heimlich?
must say, what I was doing is I was broadcasting our conversation across her Apple Watch so that you would find out that you both need to go to the same place.
Oh, honey, I'm just so embarrassed. But last night when we were making love, I was completely distracted comparing your small snack foods and my large snack foods.
I know, honey. It's okay. I was completely distracted by the small snack foods in general. So I get it. We're both really we're caught by the same monkey on our back right now.
Do you think that if we went to the large and small snack food expo in Hong Kong, maybe we might actually get to the bottom of this?
I feel like we could. I really do.
Yeah, sounds like a great trip. Let's all go. So, Steve, Gare, this tube that we are using to fly reminds me very much of how when I was going on a trip with my younglings back in my dimension.
Daddy, big picky.
Oh, Plethora, when will you ever grow into your fur and get your good deep voice?
Dad, why do we always have to bring plethora?
Well, she is the youngest of the younglings, and therefore the one that your mother and I care about the most.
What? That's so last year, Dad. They totally took that out of our culture. You have to keep up with the times.
Why do I have to keep up with the times? Why can't the times just stay like they were seven plentings ago?
Okay.
That is our time system.
Okay, Bloomer.
Ah, yes. I cannot wait to go on this trip where I'm going to lose my pork rind. Yes, and so that was how my last interaction with my family. So I'm not even sure that I want to go back to my home.
Dude, I'm so touched by that. That is reminding me of the time when I went back with my family on a trip. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Let's go on a trip.
Do we have to? I don't think that I care to travel anywhere with you, son. You are a huge stoner. I am I've been straight edge since I was 15 years old, and I do not think that you follow in my footsteps.
Oh, Zeke. This is why the boy is the way he is. Can't you see?
Dad, I just wanted to, take a trip, dude.
You have not traveled with your son.
Anyway,
Wow,
I didn't want to get too emotional, but anyway, I just feel like, Stave, you're my brother.
Steve, I've met Steve's family, and they are exactly like that. It's
Whoa.
a sad scene, bro. Sad.
Your father...
This is Captain Lewis. We're about to make our descent into Hong Kong. Please buckle your seatbelts and put your tray tables in their upright and locked positions. The cabin crew will be coming through for a final checkup. And we also just want to send a shout out to all the members of the Taylor Swift fan club who are in aisle 18 through 22.
Trash.
Excuse me.
Trash.
Yeah, I have a little trash right here.
Yeah, you do. Trash.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, what's your name?
I'm Stave.
Stave, you look great in that fedora. Can I give you my number?
Oh, absolutely. I'll definitely call you later.
Awesome.
Honey, here we are in Hong Kong. This is where we're finally going to encounter the core mystery of our couple's conflict.
Bob, how are we going to decide which conference to go to and when? Because I really want to see all of the little snack food events.
Well, it's one really big conference with a big section and a little section. And it might just be that you have to go to the little section on your own. And I can take a break from the big section occasionally to come with you to the little section.
999. You will definitely listen to your doctor. And my suggestion is, Bob, you need to go to the small snack section. Jennifer, you must go to the large snack section and see if you can ever live with the counterpart. Because otherwise, I do not see a future for you.
Honey, would you be willing to go to the big snack section if I go to the small snack section?
I feel like we have to follow Dr. Heimlich's advice.
It says so in clause 82.
I know, and we did sign that contract. And I want him out of our house.
Dr. Heimlich, we are going to give it a try.
So, Stave, this extremely large conference facility is like the place where they have the big snacks.
All right. Well, obviously, I need to go to the large snack section. So I'm going to find my large pork rind. In fact, you also had introduced me to some tiny, tiny triangles called Doritos. And I hear there's a large Dorito, too. I might see if that's something that will sustain me as well.
Yeah, well, we would just be so honored to like walk you through this gigantic snack display of some of the largest and most epic snacks that human race has ever created.
Yeah, I totally agree, bro. And you're looking a little faint and peaked, so we got to get you some snacks.
Excuse me. My name is Dr. Heimlich. I'm noticing that you are a group that is perhaps all going to go to the large snacks conference. My suggestion is that you split up. You, Mr. Whatever your name is in the fedora, you go to the large snack section.
Stave.
That's right, I'm Stave. And you little people, you go to the small snack section.
Did he just
where
call
you get
me a little person?
Well, I mean,
Dude,
compared
we're-
to Stave, you're the little people. I
Compared
mean,
to
he's
Stave, we're
8
kind
feet
of
tall.
small.
And
This is rude, bro. I think the coronas are wearing off. All right, I'll go to the little snack section.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
great
care.
idea. Thanks for
Cool.
the idea,
all right,
man.
yes. Well, I'm definitely going to the large one. Excuse me. Can you point me to where they have the large pork Oh, hello.
Hello.
Well, I knew that I needed to find something here, but I didn't know that it might be.
Was I the large snack you were looking for?
I didn't realize I needed sustenance, but I didn't realize that I needed love.
My name's Jennifer.
I'm Stave. I'm not even from this dimension.
I don't even want this Apple Watch.
Hey, excuse me, guys. I was just trying to look at this microscopic Dorito, and I'm having a really hard time seeing it.
Hey, bro. That's no problem, man. I have this awesome bong that has like a magnifying glass at the bottom of it.
Dude, you should like totally take a hit off of his bong and look through the glass.
You should, bro.
Well, okay, I'll try it. I haven't tried this since college.
He went to college.
Whoa, dude, you must be totally smart.
So smart, bro.
Jennifer, I know this is quite sudden, and, we've only known each other for a few hours, but I really am smitten. I hear that there's a chapel down at the end of the conference.
A snackle chapel?
Yes. I think that what we should do is get married. Get dressed up in costumes, because obviously, I do have something I should probably tell you first.
What's that, Stev?
Whoa, you guys. I'm so high. And guys, you guys are like my best friends. I'm sorry, I'm really high. But I was actually just thinking that there's this snack chapel down at the end. And I was wondering if you two guys would like to get married and we could be like 3-way married guys.
A throuple.
We could be a throuple.
Yeah, bro.
And we could be like stoned and look at things through magnifying
A
glasses.
snack chapel throuple couple.
Dude, that is so awesome.
It's bananas. I love it.
Jennifer, who is this?
Bob?
Oh, wait, your name is Bob? You're with my friends Steve and Gare.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stev.
man.
Yeah, we met
Yo.
this cool bro, and he like proposed to us, and it was like so cool. We're like, let's go for it.
Wow, you're like a really big, hairy guy.
Bob, this is Stev, and I think I've met my soulmate.
You did?
Yes, I did. And
my
we're,
God.
we're here at the chapel to pledge our lives to each other. I'm really sorry.
Well-
I think this is what couples counseling is really where it's led us.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
You've finally fallen for my tricks. I knew from the moment that you came into my office in Burma.
Oh,
Remember, this all started in Burma for some reason?
I do.
Well, I knew immediately you could not ever be together forever. So I tricked you into coming to Hong Kong, and now you can be with your true soulmates.
And Jennifer, I'm so happy that you found your soulmate, because I found Steve and Gary, and they're my soulmates. And we're actually here to get married too. Hey, I have a crazy idea.
Lay it on me, Bob.
Would you guys like to have a mutual wedding ceremony where we're all in our getting married and the new marriages at the same time together?
That sounds great. And then I can cement my time here in this dimension and never have to go back to those ungrateful children of mine.
All right, next for the marriages.
And I now pronounce you alien husband and wife and male thruple.
We may all kiss the others. And it all happened in impetuosity.
On impetuosity.
On impetuosity. Yay!
Hey, we brought it all together.
Oh, that's amazing. That feels so good.
Very satisfying.
And I feel so full of snacks.
Yeah. We never actually did get to have the encounter with the extremely large pork rind, however.
We missed it.
That was it. Was all they were all. Everyone was
right after the wedding. I had some there's got to be a way to get that large pork rind in there, but
it was a feint. It was a
Dangling
trick,
chat.
a trick that that Dr. Hymek was just using to get people together with their
Very
actual
tricky.
soulmates.
And the classic conclusion to a comedy, the happy
Yeah.
ending, the
always the wedding.
double wedding.
Double wedding,
wedding.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We're basically 3 Shakespeares.
That's right.
Up
Yeah,
in here.
exactly.
That's
We are the 3 monkeys that
We're the 3 monkeys that
that
sat at the
typed for
typewriter
millions of years and
long
come up
enough.
with the works of Shakespeare.
Yep.
Well, I have to say, in reflecting on one of my favorite points, I just really enjoyed the whole getting distracted by large snack news on my on my iPhone watch, my iWatch, Apple Watch, they call it, during sex as a recurring theme, and then talking with the therapist in the kitchen secretly. I loved both of those patterns.
What did you like, Meg?
I really liked how you appeared to a couple of stoners on the beach in Burma. That was really fun. And I didn't expect to be falling in love with the interdimensional creature. I didn't expect Jen was going to do that, and that was fun to discover that in the moment. It was a really fun little improv.
And Stave's magnetism and appeal was clearly set
Yes,
up.
we set it up all throughout.
yeah.
Both of the flight attendants were all about him.
Yeah.
Well, he does have that huge junk that we had to cover.
That's right, exactly. Meow.
Meow.
Apparently, my trench coat was not long enough.
It was not long. Well,
That's what they
that's
say.
a testament
Yeah.
to the largeness of the junk.
Yep.
I liked calling myself your large snack.
Yeah.
That was a great moment.
That was a winner.
It was a winner. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was good. That was great.
Any moment for you, sir, that jumps
Steph.
into mind?
I mean,
You just enjoyed being stabbed.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
the-
I mean,
the
so
Sasquatch
for me,
man.
my inclination is to go to the things that I cringed at, which was my German accent that kept falling kind of into like Indian a little bit, and I was like, oh, I gotta fix this. Like,
Were you trying to have a Burmese accent at the start and then realized it was German?
no,
No,
I have
okay,
no,
okay,
I like,
okay.
no, I was, I at least know enough to be like very intentional about.
Okay. So I was like,
it would be very racist for me to do Burmese, and so I'm like, also I don't know what that would be, so
I don't know.
I'm not racist. I'm a terrible like typical American that doesn't know anything about other countries.
Yeah.
So I slid into German to try and have something that I could use, and also the fact that it was like a therapist, like a typical like Jung or
Like Freudian.
Freud
yes,
or
yes, yeah. I think it does raise the question about how deeply enchanted we are by snacks in a certain way, and how even just in our day-to-day, this like prospect of a snack or a treat is deeply enticing and alluring in these different ways. And so the imagination that someone is actually constantly paying attention to snack notifications in a certain way is actually what we do all the time.
Or it is an indictment of our smartphone culture.
Could be
of
that
our,
too.
Our
yes.
inability to disconnect from our electronics. the allure that the outside has, the FOMO, if you will.
Yeah. And I just loved how Jennifer got the Apple Watch and became obsessed with
exactly.
small snacks. That was so wonderful.
That was great.
We found some good patterns.
yeah.
We did. We found some good patterns. It was fun. I also really liked how we were able to weave a lot of the conversations that we had earlier into
This
it.
is, I would say, this might have been our most successful.
One of the better ones.
This will end up being episode 10, and I would say that
This is episode 10. Oh my God! Hey, happy double-digit birthday,
I know, right?
Impetuosity.
Yeah, and so I think that we've talked about it before, like how when we get to this point and we're like, oh right, we didn't actually include anything from that, and this one I think we got aliens and and I was starting to go for that we were going to get into costume for the
I
this
know
elopement.
you got that in there.
We did get food in the kitchen thing a little. That's a little
you had mentioned during the commercial that you thought it might, or when you were commenting on the commercial, that you thought it might be couples counseling, and then
Right.
Oh, that's
showed up.
right.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And I had brought up how, and we, as the stoner guy, I was kind of waxing philosophically with you about how
Right. Oh yeah, exactly.
right.
the snack food was from another dimension.
Yes.
And we got it.
Exactly.
Yep.
We
Yep.
kinda liked
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
That's what.
We're gonna have to listen to this one again and marvel at our excellence.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always just like to sit around and marvel at my excellence.
Yeah.
All right, so we should wrap things up, and anything that we need to plug. Again,
I don't know when this is coming out,
so theoretically this would come out if today is, this would be about November 14th.
Yeah,
Like
so
that.
November 19th, the third Tuesday of the month, Third Place Theater bronze medalists have our monthly Let's See Some Improv show at the Liquid State Brewery in Ithaca, New York on State Street. Come on down and enjoy
we're
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
We're working on some new forms and things that I think might be ship shape and ready to go by then. So
that's right. We're gonna try the howling hyena.
Yeah. or you know what? I think that we should now create the large snack form.
The large snack form.
Yes.
I like
Or
it.
the pork rind or the
The giant pork rind
yes.
set.
Yes. Anything else?
I
think
don't
that's
have
about
anything
it.
to plug.
Yeah, third Tuesday. So November 19th, and then also December, I want to say 15th or something, but look it up. That's what you have those phones for that you're so obsessed with.
Yeah, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes,
Mwah.
exactly. It's coming up. Yum, 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 yum. All right. Thanks again for listening, and join us again.
Peace.